Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie, and today I'm super excited because we are talking about my most anticipated releases of the fall. There are so many good books coming out this fall, and I definitely don't have time to cover them all, but I just want to go over today the ones that I know I'm going to get to and that I'm pre-ordering and that I'm super excited to read. And as it happens, most of them are sequels or part of a series that I'm currently reading. If you didn't already check it out, check out my September TBR video. I will leave a link up here where I talk about some of the books that I want to read in September in anticipation of some of these sequels. So before we get into the books, I want to do a quick chat about pre-orders. I was never one to pre-order before, but the more I was on BookTube and the more I followed authors on Twitter and stuff like that, I learned the importance of pre-orders. It shows the publishers that you are excited about a book coming out. It's building up the hype, and my favorite thing ever is a lot of publishers have started to do pre-order incentives, where if you do a pre-order and then you send in a receipt, the publisher will send you some sort of goodie. So far I've participated in 2 pre-order campaigns, and I'll show you the goodies that I got from those. Yeah, I just think it's so important to support an author, especially if you know that you are going to buy the book. You may as well pre-order it and get something out of it for yourself, and pre-order goodies are just so super fun. So the first ever pre-order campaign that I participated in was for A Court of Frost and Starlight by Sarah J. Maas. I got the special edition from Books&ie with the artwork in it, which is super cool. I love the series. I'm not going to talk today about how I felt about this book, but I did get this really cool Night Court emblem pin, and I have just started getting into pin collecting, so it's awesome that I now have a pin to add to the collection, and it's really high quality and I'm super excited about it. One of the things to keep in mind with pre-order goodies though is that sometimes they don't always come right away, so you gotta wait a little while for them. The next pre-order campaign that I participated in was A Reaper at the Gates by Sabaa Tahir. This is one of my most anticipated books of the year because I absolutely love An Ember in the Ashes. You can check out my July wrap-up for my complete thoughts on this book. This pre-order campaign actually came with a few items. We have a book pouch, or just a pouch that says "The stories we tell have power," which is one of my favorite quotes from the series. A pin that says "This time I'll fight," which again, super awesome because I now have a pin collection going, and a pen that says "Reaper at the Gates," so I can write all my bookish thoughts down with my Reaper at the Gates pen. So now for these anticipated releases, I'm going to be talking about why I'm excited about them, but also the pre-order campaigns that are available, and I will have a link down in the description below to where you could find the pre-order campaign and submit your receipt. And yeah, so we can all support our favorite authors for our books that we are really looking forward to, and I just can't wait. So the first anticipated release that I want to talk about today is Two Dark Reigns by Kendare Blake. I read Three Dark Crowns in June of this year. I really enjoyed the story. It was dark and twisted. Essentially, it's about this island ruled by a queen. It's a matriarchal society, and every queen gives birth to triplets, and the triplets have to fight to the death for the throne, and each triplet is born with their own unique special power. Just so dark, so twisted. I really enjoyed this book, and I actually picked it up because I went to BookCon, and there was a booth with a Three Dark Crowns thing. I have some pictures that I took there in their little seat that you could sit on. It was super fun, and then you spun a wheel and you got some prizes. Yeah, so I ended up winning this book, which is super cool. At that thing, they also gave away a Three Dark Crowns playing deck, which I believe was the pre-order campaign that was either given out with Three Dark Crowns or One Dark Throne. Two Dark Reigns comes out on September 4th, so it may already be out by the time that this video is up, so I don't know if the pre-order campaign is up anymore, but I will just show off other things that I got for this at BookCon, which I think were part of the pre-order campaigns for Two Dark Reigns, which however is unfortunately I think closed by now. Sorry. But I got these 2 emblem pins. This is the Elementalist crown and the Elemental crown. I ended up not being able to get the Poisoner crown pin, but maybe in the future one day I'll find it on eBay or something, I don't know. My next book that I'm looking forward to is Wildcard on September 18th, which is the sequel to Warcross by Marie Lu. This book follows Amika Chen, who is a hacker and a bounty hunter who accidentally glitches herself into the video game championships and becomes an overnight sensation. This book I've seen everywhere for a while, and I have heard so many great things about both Warcross and Wildcard, the sequel. The cover itself is stunning and super cool video game-like. I love the aesthetic of this duology. I think it's a duology. And for this pre-order campaign, I'm pretty sure that if you submit a receipt, you get some buttons, a sticker, and a short story that is part of the Legends trilogy, which is Marie Lu's other main body of work. And again, as always, there will be a link to all of these pre-order campaigns in the description below. If you're wondering how I've heard about all these things, you can actually find a lot of this information on Twitter, because publishers will tweet about pre-order campaigns for their books, and also following the authors on Twitter, I found it's a really good source to find these things, and then you can get cool goodies. Next up, we have Vengeful by V.E. Schwab, which is the sequel to Vicious. V.E. Schwab is going on a tour for Vengeful, and I'm actually going to see her. And I'm so excited because she's my favorite author. Vicious follows Eli and Victor, who were college roommates that discovered you can basically get superpowers by having near-death experiences, and then 10 years later, they are archenemies who are trying to destroy each other. I cannot wait to read Vengeful. It's been 5 years since Vicious came out, so it's a little while coming up on the sequel, but we also have I can't not mention this, but V.E. Schwab also has the Steel Prince, a comic series coming out that follows the Shades of Magic trilogy, and it's a prequel series following Rai's father, who is the king. But when he was a prince and younger, and in the book there's like a slight mention to his escapades as a youngin', but I'm so excited to see this in comic book form. Comics are definitely something that I want to start getting into, so I can't wait to have a comic from my favorite author. And I will leave a link to the pre-order for that as well, although I think that they're going to be selling them at local comic stores, so if you want to go and support your local independent comic store, that would also be great. And the pre-order campaign for Vengeful will include a laptop sticker. I love stickers. I can't wait to stick it somewhere and display my love for this series. I do believe that there was a link to pre-order where you got a tote bag, but that pre-order campaign is closed now. Okay, now we're getting on into October. First up, on October 2nd, we have Muse of Nightmares, which is the sequel to Strange the Dreamer. Strange the Dreamer follows Laszlo Strange, a scholar on the mysterious mythic city of Weep, when he gets a chance of a lifetime to go and explore the city for himself. Now, I don't know too much about the sequel. However, my best friend Melissa met Laini Taylor at BookCon and got an arc of Muse of Nightmares. You know, I'm not jealous at all of that. No, not at all. Not at all. Anyways, I cannot wait. I think that the cover for Muse of Nightmares, both the US one and the UK one, are extremely gorgeous. I mean, Strange the Dreamer is just a lyric, beautiful book, and it has beautiful covers to match. With this one, I could not find any sort of specific information on a pre-order campaign. However, if you order the first edition of the UK hardback, it will come with orange sprayed edges, much like the Strange the Dreamer, with blue sprayed edges when the first edition was printed in the UK. There's also an exclusive Illumicrate campaign going on where they have the UK Strange the Dreamer and Muse of Nightmares books being published in a set with metallic sprayed edges, which sounds super awesome. And like, if you're a book collector and you love the Strange the Dreamer, sounds like something you should look into. So I will leave a link to those in the description. Next up, also on October 2nd, we have The Lady's Guide to Petticoats and Piracy by Mackenzie Lee coming out, which is the sequel to The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue. The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue follows Henry Montague, aka Monty, who is basically a lush and gets sent on a tour of Europe with his best friend Percy and his sister Felicity, and he has a secret. He has a giant crush on his best friend Percy, and basically shenanigans ensue. And The Lady's Guide to Petticoats and Piracy follows Felicity on her adventures. I heard it described as having a pirate science girl gang. Sign me up. I need that in my life right this second. So the pre-order campaign for The Lady's Guide to Petticoats and Piracy, when you send in your receipt, you will get a digital novella called The Gentleman's Guide to Getting Lucky, which is a never-before-seen epilogue to The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue. And I don't know about you, but I definitely need more of Percy and Monty in my life. So I'm so excited for this pre-order because now we get to read more about our lovely characters. Next up is arguably my most anticipated book of the fall. Like, I just can't. We have Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J. Maas, the last book in the Throne of Glass series. Oh my God. Throne of Glass, I have a whole reading vlog where I read the entire series for the first time in 2 weeks. I could not put these books down. It is definitely one of my all-time favorite series now. Just everything about it is everything that I could want in a fantasy novel, and if you've read this series, you know the end of Empires of Storms. Literally, like, I can barely wait the 2 months to find out what happens in Kingdom of Ash, let alone the 2 years that some people that have been following the series since the beginning have had to wait. I commend you guys because you deserve to have this book in your hands. First of all, the cover is absolutely stunning. She looks like a badass on there. And second of all, this book is 992 pages. Oh my God, how am I going to survive this? I don't know. Oh my goodness. And with the pre-order campaign for this one, if you submit your receipt, you will get a pin, much like the Night Court pin, with the emblem for the Amulet of Orinth on there, and it's super stunning, and if it's anything like that Night Court pin, I know I need to have it in my collection. There are also some special editions of Kingdom of Ash that are being released. So the Barnes & Noble special edition will have a poster on the back of the dust jacket with art from Charlie Boeder, and then some pages from Sarah's writing notebook, similar to what was in the Tower of Dawn special edition, and also Sarah's signature under the dust jacket, which I'm assuming is similar to Akawar special edition, which has her signature there. And for the longest time, I didn't know what that was when I was reading it. I was like, I don't know what that is, but now you know. At Indigo and Books A Million, it will have art from an artist to be announced on the end pages, and also Sarah's signature on the cover. And the Target special edition will have a removable character card and Sarah's signature. And then Waterstone, which I believe is a UK company, will have its paperback edition and will feature art from an artist to be announced. So I'm assuming it's probably the same as the Books A Million artist. I don't even know which one I'm going to pre-order because I want them all. Maybe I'll get more than one. I'm so tempted by fan art. So yeah, that is definitely the book that I am most looking forward to, and I know it's going to destroy me. Next up, we have Archenemies by Marissa Meyer, which is the sequel to Renegades. At first, this was only going to be a duology, but Marissa Meyer just announced it's going to be a trilogy. This is a promo card for the book I got at BookCon, and as you can see, this cover is absolutely stunning. I love this artwork, and I can't wait to have the physical book to hold in my hands. On the back, it also says, "What's your renegade name?" So if you want to pause and find out what your renegade name is, mine is Strong Siren, which I think is perfect for me, so I'm ready to sign up for the Renegades. Renegades takes place in a future society where humans have extraordinary abilities, and it's broken into two factions: the Renegades, who keep the peace, and the Anarchists, who disrupt it. Nova has every reason to hate the Renegades and infiltrates their ranks to seek vengeance. Just everything is superhero and fantastic, and I can't wait. Now, during my preliminary search online, I could not find any information on a pre-order campaign, although I do remember in the back of my mind seeing a pre-order campaign that involves this poster, which is one that I got at BookCon. You see here, it has all the characters on it. And I'm a sucker for book art and posters and stuff. If that campaign is still open, I will leave a link down below, but if not, at least you can see the poster in my video. And the last most anticipated release of the year for me is Queen of Air and Darkness by Cassandra Clare. This is a sampler that I got at BookCon, so no, I don't have the actual book in my hands. This is the third and final book in the Dark Artifices trilogy, which takes place in the Shadowhunter world and takes place after the events of The Mortal Instruments, which is a 6-book series, although I do believe it has characters from both the Infernal Devices and the Mortal Instruments. I am so far only up to the Infernal Devices in my ongoing pre-read of Shadowhunter Chronicles, so honestly I could not tell you what this is about. I have heard that Lord of Shadow ends on a giant cliffhanger, so I basically need to have this book in my hands when I read Lord of Shadows so that I won't be left waiting forever. And for this book, there is no specific pre-order campaign. However, However, there will be an exclusive first edition print wherein if you order the first edition from any of the distributors, it will have illustrations and a full color poster on the back of the dust jacket. And so you don't have to pre-order it or anything, but you should pre-order it because then you will know that you will be guaranteed to have a first edition with this beautiful artwork. Although I think probably when it's first released in stores, you would be able to get your hands on it too, but just keep in mind that it is probably limited quantity and limited time only. So that about does it for all of the books I'm looking forward to in fall 2018. Something about just anticipating a book just makes me so happy, and I love supporting all of my favorite authors by pre-ordering their books. That counts towards their first week sales and helps them get on the New York Times list, and also just shows publishers how excited you are for their books, and you know, it makes everyone happy. It's a win-win situation, and I love these pre-order campaigns. I just think they're so fun and a really great way for publishers and authors to engage readers. So let me know down below what your most anticipated release of the fall is. I can't wait to hear about everything that you guys are looking forward to reading. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and have some fun, read some books, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.